Hi, Amy. Yeah, I feel real comfortable on the stoop because my daughter was raised here. I grew up in the city in a tenement, and then when I got married, my mother we lived on 21st Street. My mom had her own apartment, and I got married and I moved in another apartment. And then my father said, I'm going to buy a house and you come and live, upstairs. So that's what my dad did. He bought the house. This is my mom's apartment. My apartment was upstairs with my husband and Vera, and I was on that stoop because the kids would play out in the front. They would jump and play and jump rope and run around, take a bike, go around, just play. There were Alexandra's two daughters across the street. Connie had the three girls on the corner. Pauline was next door. And there was a couple of boys, I forget their name, Dino and I don't know, and they all used to play. So I was always on the stoop. And Connie on the corner, her husband Joe, used to blend up drinks for us and serve us drinks, and we used to smoke. In those days I smoked, and we used to flick the cigarettes into the street and just sit on, take a beach chair. We'd have beach chairs on the street, on the sidewalk. I'd be on the stoop, and sometimes it was my stoop, sometimes it was their stoop. We were always at somebody's stoop, and it was really great. There was a lot of people. Now, people moved away. People grew up. My daughter grew up. I know a couple of my neighbors. I worked. I was always at work, so I really don't know too many of the neighbors. I'm getting to know them now a little bit, but only by hi, that type of thing. Hello, good morning. When I take out the garbage, when I put out, when I get the mail. But yeah, that stoop has stories. If that stoop, thank God that stoop can't talk. Because, oh God. And we used to even bring food. I used to bring out, if I had cake or anything, or ice cream, the kids wanted ice pops or creamsicles or whatever. Everybody shared what they had. They just brought it out, fruit. And we sat there. We would go out about 5 o'clock, after supper, really, because then it was shady on my side. And then when it got later, like 7 o'clock, we would go across the street. Oh, and Chris was across the street. Yes, David. And so we would go across the street and sit on Chris's stoop. Or Joe would tell us, come on, ladies, come in the backyard. So we would all go in the backyard, and he'd be there with the blender and making us, I don't even know what he made us, pina coladas, I think. Drinks with ice cream in it, I remember. Like delicious stuff. I don't know, vodka, I think. I don't even know. I don't even know. And if they had pizza or something, because Joe had a bakery, he had St. Joseph's Bakery. It's no longer there, and he would have pizza and stuff, and he heated up for us, and they were great. They moved, and they all grew up, and their grandkids are as old as my grandkids. And everything changes, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, I am comfortable. I'm very comfortable on that stoop. Thanks.